A Senate vote to avoid a looming government shutdown held up by one lawmaker.
The Senate just getting back underway after a brief recess tonight, and in that time, the government shut down for the second time this year.
CBS's Weijia Zhang has the latest for us now from Capitol Hill, where the House has its own problems mustering the necessary votes.
By early evening, the Senate still hadn't voted on a 700-page bill to fund the government, inching ever closer to another shutdown.
I would argue that it's time to vote.
We're in risky territory here.
But Kentucky Republican Rand Paul wasn't on board and held up the vote over spending increases.
If you were against President Obama's deficits and now you're for the Republican deficits, isn't that the very definition of hypocrisy?
The massive agreement funds the government for 6 weeks and raises federal budget caps for 2 years on defense and domestic spending. The bill also lifts the nation's debt ceiling for a year and allocates $90 billion for areas hit by hurricanes and wildfires.
The White House has urged Congress to pass the deal, but warned federal agencies to prepare for a limited shutdown.
The House of Representatives has its own challenges for passage, with conservatives opposing spending and Democrats holding out for a promise to protect DACA recipients.
No DACA, no deal.
Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi pressed Speaker Paul Ryan to commit to a vote on immigration legislation, but Ryan is waiting for cues from the White House.
I want to make sure that we get it done right the first time. I don't want to just risk a veto.
Without a deal, the government shuts down at midnight for the second time this year. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And sources on Capitol Hill say a vote is planned for the early morning hours.
And if it passes, the bill that is, the government could reopen even before sunrise.